Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Safe Crypto Club. All right, so you may be watching this for the first time if you haven't paid attention in a while. My bad, I haven't really promoted it in a while, but you may want to go back and watch the last uh, three episodes of this particular show, the Safe Crypto Club Live. I try to do this every Friday, just to update you guys and then buy crypto in front of you, show you some real life example of what's going on, as opposed to what you find out there, which is mostly people preaching at you and not really living that life, right? But anyway, we have an experimental portfolio here. You're watching me do it. I recommend that you do the same thing. But I also, more importantly, I recommend that you talk to a financial advisor because I'm not one. I'm just bringing you into my world. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in the crypto world. I believe in let me make sure that my audio is working fine first of all. Let's make sure audio is good. Audio, hello, audio. There you go. Audio is good. All right, awesome. I believe in crypto. I believe in blockchain technology. So it only makes sense that I have some money going in that direction. But I thought it would be a lot more fun to create like an experimental portfolio to show you my strategy as well. And that's what we're doing here. Now, with that being said, we're going to be buying some cryptocurrency today. But first of all, let's see what the market is doing. Number one, we'll see what the market is doing. Uh, uh, Concurrently, we'll see how the portfolio is doing. We start with $20 for the first 20 weeks. With dollar cost average, meaning we only put whatever we're willing to lose every week. We don't dump money into it. And then basically, if you're following my lead at the 20-week mark, I increased that to $100 per week. And we don't care what it does up and down in the short term. We're only focused on long term. Okay. So we don't have a situation where we're going to bail out or take our money out because he had a bad week. Now, you will see in a few minutes here that we've had some really terrible weeks, even though we had some really great weeks in the first 20 weeks. But that's the fun in watching what I'm doing here, right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and check what the portfolio is saying. I use Coinbase. I recommend that you start with Coinbase. That's the same thing I start with. You can see the scrolling right there. If you want the same tools that I use, all you have to do is send me a text message and I'll give you access to the same tools and trackers and stuff like that that I use. Okay. All right. With that being said, so we have right now, we have 1,287. Let me refresh just so you can know. In the experimental portfolio. Okay. Yes, it is also my portfolio. It's my money in it, right? So 128899. Okay, so I'll go into this tracker again. If you want a copy of this tracker to see how I play with this, um, feel free to ask for it using the information on the scrolling. You just have to text that number with the right text. There's no quotes around the text. That's just me letting you know the word that I want you to text. Okay. What that would do is you dump it to the right bucket so I can see the text and reply you. Okay. So we have 1288.99 here. That's the present value of this portfolio. The previous in the last 24 hours is, we got to set this to 24 hours. The portfolio has been getting beat up since 4 a.m. today. There's a crash here. So we're actually at 1300 earlier in the morning. It's a crash here and it's consolidating. Oh well. As you can see, Bitcoin has really came back to $39,000 from what it was in some past few weeks. We're going to look at that in a second as well. So last 24 hours, we were at what? 1283.93. So there's not much different. I'm going to put that here. 1283.93. All right, good. So the other thing I want to do is this information here. This needs to be. I'm gonna make that. I think that was at, what was it before? Something like 1280. So I'm just gonna put that 1280, and then equals to. I'm gonna make this. This is the present. Okay. Why? Because we're on this present week now. This week we're in the 32nd week, right? So by Sunday it's going to be August 2nd, right? All right, and I'm going to put that here as 1288.99. There you go. So you can see here we're down by 19%. The whole portfolio, from when you compare it to how much I've invested so far, we've invested 1,592 so far. The value of the portfolio is at 1288. Okay, so as a matter of fact, this is I'm going to make this 1288.99. The previous week, I'm going to make it that because this number is about to change, because I'm about to buy some assets in a few minutes. Okay, so before I even update all of this, but let's just look at what it's doing. If we go into coinmarketcap.com, we can see how the market is doing. Not in the past 24 hours, lost only 0.02%. Obviously, that's moving by every second. The market, the whole cryptocurrency market, has about $1.55 trillion in it. And this is why I'm playing the game, because there's a lot of money in it and swimming in that direction. It was about 2, I think, at some point, but Bitcoin lost some money. The whole cryptocurrency world lost some money in the past since May. We're going to take a look at that in a second. But for now, negative 0.02. I need to place that here. Negative 0.02. And what this tells me is that my portfolio, this experimental portfolio, is beating the market by 2,000%. Okay. Again, if you want this tool, feel free to go grab it with the information on the screen at the bottom of the screen. All right, so I'm going to double click this. I'm going to change this to, we're on 32nd week right now. I need the graph to reflect 32nd week. I'm going to do the same thing with this second graph. All right, a little bit of manual stuff. It's just a little bit of tool that I play with, okay? So you can see how we're doing with the graph over time. We're definitely going to keep going up, right? As you can see, all the green lines were above the red line at one point, and then it crashed below. And you can see at that same point, you can see that we crashed below the 0 line, which is basically the ROI line. This is just to see the kind of ups and downs that happens in real life when it comes to business. I don't like to paint the picture that you're just going to get rich overnight. I want to give you reality that there's going to be ups and downs, and it's the survival of the fittest. It's whoever can stay in the game longest with the right strategies, mitigating the risk at the right point, collecting as much data as possible, and just tracking everything. Those are the winners in the game. The losers, they're looking to get rich quick, or they leave things hanging without being intentional. Anyway, so let's keep going. So right now I'm going to buy some asset, and you can see that you're going to see that there's going to be a big jump in a few minutes, okay? But if you look at our portfolio over the last 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, if you go to 1 year, you can see that regardless of the ups and downs, the value of the portfolio is going up. Granted, right, that we're still in negative ROI wise, we're buying because we believe that there's going to be a massive jump. Why do we believe in that? If you look at Bitcoin itself, going to Bitcoin, Bitcoin in the last 1 year, regardless of how much is lost in the last few months, you can see that right here at the May. There's a crash in May, right? It's still up 250% from last year. So if we're down 19% right now in just 6 months, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm looking at the data. It looks like it's consolidating. It's a lot of ups and downs. A lot of people playing the short-term game, and a lot of people will lose money, and very few people will make a lot of money. And that's going to be directly correlating with how disciplined they are, okay? You can see the same thing with... but anyway, let's just go ahead and buy some assets. How do I buy? This is how I buy. I buy weekly. I spend $100. I put 75% in high market cap. and then I play with 25%. So let me show you what that looks like. We go under trade, only tradable assets on Coinbase. Why do I do that? Because number one, that's all you can trade here. Number two, Coinbase seemed to do their own due diligence before they had an asset to the platform. That means you're not going to see a coin that was created yesterday on this platform. So you don't play gamble with your money. Of course, at some level, we're always risking, right? But anyway, so I'm going to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't buy Tether because it's what they call a stable coin. The value never changes from $1, right? I buy the next one is Cardano. So I'm going to spend 25% on Bitcoin. So this is sorted by market cap, right? You can see the arrow next to it. That means it's sorted by market cap from top to bottom, okay? So the top three minus the stable coin is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, okay? So I'm going to buy those three with 75% of the money I plan to invest today. Then I'm going to sort by change. I'm going to look at the worst performing asset today in the last 24 hours. And I'm going to, again, all the coins trading on here has been vetted by Coinbase. Does that guarantee it's always going to make money? No. The point is that I'm layering all these different factors in my own favor. There's too many variables for me to guarantee anything. So please talk to, if you're going to invest a significant amount of money, please talk to a financial advisor. So if you sort this up, you can see the best one doing today is Harvest Financing, gain about 100% in the last 24 hours, right? But I'm going to buy one that's not performing well today, but is on the platform anyway, and that's this one, okay? So I'm going to spend 25% of my money on there. And that's basically how I've built this portfolio. We keep it simple. I am not a professional trader. I don't plan to be one. As a matter of fact, what I do with most of my time professionally is creating content, marketing and content creation, and just living my life with my family. Okay. So if you go under my portfolio, you can see here that I have, these are the stable coins, US dollars, US dollar coin. I don't have any in that. I keep my money in dollars if it needs to stay in dollars. But you can see Ethereum takes about 27% of my portfolio here. Bitcoin takes about 25% of the portfolio. We're talking about the experimental portfolio, of course, for a safe crypto club, right? Cardano takes about 17%, and you have Dogecoin takes about 5%. Yes, we have some Dogecoin too. Litecoin, Ripples, when he was tradable on Coinbase, is no longer tradable on Coinbase. We have coins that I don't know what their names are, but I bought them based on the 25% play rule that I just gave you, that I'm actually going to buy in a few minutes, in a few seconds. So speaking of a few seconds, let's go there. We're going to go to trade. I'm going to click buy on Bitcoin. Custom, that's $25. Okay, the beauty about cryptocurrencies, you can buy any amount without having the money to buy a whole coin, right? A whole coin is worth $39,000 right now, right? So I'm going to preview, and then I'm going to buy now. All right. All right, we're going to click done on that. I'm going to go to Ethereum. I'm going to do the same thing. Custom, $25. I'm going to buy now. So, yeah. So the market is not doing too badly today. The market got beat up really badly in the past few weeks. Let's go to Cardano. Cardano is the next competing technology platform, blockchain technology with Ethereum, and it's still trading at $1.27, but with $40 billion in market cap, fourth in the whole market. Actually third when you take out the stable coin, right? So I'm buying that, of course. So I can't wait till it become $100 per coin, right? No guarantees, right? $25, I'm gonna buy that. So now I've just spent 75% of my investment capital today for this week on the highest market cap, because I'm swimming in the direction of the trend. Okay, and I don't want to swim against the tide. So the last 25%, I use that to play. When I say play, I say that very likely. So I'm gonna click change, and then we can see the worst one here that's performing today. Let me refresh. Let's see what it looks like. Looks like that number just dropped from 7 to 5%. Click on it again. Okay, so it's this one, Rally, right? So Rally is trading at 42 cents. What is Rally? I'm going to click into it. Let's see what it's about. Our Rally is an Ethereum token that powers the Rally network. Rally enables creators and online communities to launch their own cryptocurrencies by creating these so-called social tokens. Fans can gain access to benefits like unreleased content or merch, while creator can unlock new forms of revenue. Okay, so it doesn't sound too badly. Some people have money in it, obviously. That's about how much money is in this. There's $19 million in this already. So I'm just gonna throw $25 at it. Not exactly, but but you know what I mean. Like, it's a risk, right? But I spread it around like that. Some of them will win, some of them will lose. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on custom here, 25, and we're gonna buy that. All right. So you're gonna see something interesting here in a second. You're gonna see that the portfolio has jumped in value, obviously because I added some money to it. Because that money that I'm adding is money I can afford to lose today. It's okay, but I am almost sure that that's never gonna. In the long run, we're gonna win, right? So portfolio, we'll go to portfolio, and you can see there's a jump right there, but I need to blow it out. 24 hours. See that there's a massive jump right there, right? That's a massive jump, and you can see that the whole portfolio value is now 1,300. So now if we go to 20, we're at 1381.27. So let's update this. Did I get that correctly? 1381.27. 1381.27. And what was the previous from 24 hours ago? From 24 hours ago is 1283.83. 1283. All right. Wrong. 1283.83. All right. So the portfolio had a jump in the last 24 hours for obvious reasons, 7.59. If you look at the whole market, we're beating the market for obvious reason, negative 0.1%. All right, negative 0.1%, right? So we're definitely beating the market by 7,600, almost 8,000% in the last 24 hours because we added some money too. I only use this number during the week. It's not, we can't use that today because I just literally manually added money, right? But like yesterday, it's a good time to look at that during the course of the week. You see how the market is performing, how your portfolio is performing relative to the market. That's why we call it relative market performance, right? So we'll go look here. We can see here that this is automatically updated, right? 1381.27. 1381.27. All right, so we are still losing money by about 13%. Okay, overall, over time. Okay, so why is this a big deal? Some people came in at the wrong timing, right? And then they lost a lot of money. What do I mean by that? If you look here, the first 2 weeks when we started this experiment, we were losing money, and then we started gaining money, and then portfolio was a lot larger, all the way up to like 50% here, like right around about the 18th, 19th week, right? And then everything crashed. That was around May, right? So if you look around May here, let's see here. If you look around May, let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go look at Bitcoins. Let's go to trade. Go to Bitcoin. You can see like, let's do 1 year. You can see like around May, there's a massive crash right here. Bitcoin was actually had its highest at $64,000. So since then it's crashed down to 34. That was about the same point where we lost some of the gains, right? That's about May 17. Lost it all the way down to 18%, and then even went even as low as 25% below the actual value of the dollar amount we've invested over time. So right now, in the past 2 weeks or so, we've been at about negative 13. Again, this is a game that we're going to be playing for a while. This is a 5 to 10 years play. We're only 32 weeks in. Okay, that's 32 weeks is what? 32 weeks is half a year. That's 6 months. Okay, so in that 32 weeks, we plan to keep playing the same game you just saw me play right now. No complication. We're going to keep it simple. You can see here in the last 6 months, 32 weeks to be precise. So a lot of ups and downs. And you can see that around May, there's this massive crash right here, right there. But because we keep putting money in, we're dollar cost averaging, it's going to keep going up anyway. Only money we can afford to put in. If there's any week that the market is getting beat up, it just means we get to buy cheaper. And if there's any week that is going up, okay, that's fine. We'll still buy it because this is a long-term play. So it averages how much we're investing over time in a way that it doesn't hurt us, right? All right. So that's what we have. That's what I wanted to show you today. That's the quick update right there. Let me see if there's any news that's worth looking at. Ethereum celebrates 6th anniversary. Okay, Ethereum is second to Bitcoin, the biggest asset in the cryptocurrency asset class, but also probably the most useful in terms of utility. A lot of other platforms use the Ethereum blockchain for everything they do. So Ethereum is not going to go anywhere. Senators eye cryptocurrency taxes to fund infrastructure plan. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of news about that coming up. Ether trading volume beat Bitcoins in first half for the first time. So people are really starting to believe in Ethereum, a segment of the market. Then Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin is just carrying that flagship coin of the whole cryptocurrency world. So I don't think it's going anywhere soon too, but definitely trust in Ethereum and Cardano because of the utility of those asset class, or those assets, by the way. Ethereum's London upgrade could boost its price through burns. A lot of junk talk. I don't understand everything. You don't have to understand it too. Just like I don't understand what is happening behind this laptop that I'm using to record this right now. Don't attempt to understand it too. This the same thing you do with the stock market. You play it safe, but you also make sure you're playing. You make sure you're in the game. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just make sure you're in the game, and everything else will work out fine. But as you can see, we're not doing too badly. You can see some upward movement over the last 1 year, and we don't plan to stop. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment box below. And hopefully you've been enlightened today and educated. Let's see what's going on here. Yep. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.